work with the same mudra we worked on Wednesday, which was the Brahma mudra. Which looks like this. You're bringing the thumbs into your fist, and then you're putting your fists together in front of your solar plexus. So shoulders relaxed. Yeah, like this. So holding it in front of your solar plexus. Okay, get the book ready. So this is a pretty energizing mudra. It's stimulating this area, your third chakra. It's called Manipura chakra, or the jewel in the city. And it's your personal power, place of your personal power and confidence. And so this is sort of stimulating all that, and also stimulating your digestion. And not only digestion of food, but also digestion of everything that's going on. You know, you could say that our food is also what we see, what we hear, what's around us. So we're trying to digest all of that and get rid of all the toxins and only keep what we need. So let's sit with this mudra. Maybe close your eyes so you can better focus on the inner sensations that maybe this mudra evokes in your body. And then while you still hold the mudra and breathe, I'm going to read our poem. It's called Yoga is a Lifeline. Yoga is a lifeline, a practice joining body, heart, and mind to the invisible grace and energy of the divine. Aligned with that vast truth, we can do whatever life calls on us to do, filled to overflowing with wisdom, love, and reminders of the infinite goodness from which our soul self springs. The intention and focus we bring to the practice is paid back 1,000-fold in the unmasking of our soul's own beauty. So do 3 more breaths. Maybe you can visualize a warm white or yellow light emanating. This is your inner sun, your center of your fire, digestive fire, and also personal fire. So maybe you can visualize that light spreading and warmth spreading throughout your whole body. Good, and then you can slowly release the mudra. Oh yeah, so today I have the chakra shirt. So the third chakra is strive. So it's that will to do whatever is needed on our path, and to fight our fears. Okay, so let's reach up, spread through the fingers, and then pull down, and bring your elbows back, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Great. And then arms out to the side, and then bending at the elbows, fingers pointing forward, and then squeezing in and lifting up without shrugging the shoulders. So shoulders are relaxed away from your ears, and you're using the deltoids, strengthening the deltoids to lift. Good, and then cross in front of you, and then squeeze the elbows back, and change the other arm on top, squeeze. Good. Two more. 1 and 2. And release. Okay. And then let's do the side bend to the right. And then back to center. And then you're gonna twist. So guide that right arm over to the left. And big circle, and back to center. And then side bend to the left. Inhale back up. And then draw that big circle over to the right. And again, right side. And draw, circle. And left. And draw. Great. Let's just do, wait, yeah. No, this way. And draw a big circle. And left. Great. All the way back to the center. And then let's do a little bit of stretches for the neck. So we're gonna move the head side to side like this. Slowly and mindfully. Just focus on the sensations. in the neck. Okay. And then we're gonna bring the right arm behind us if it's possible for you. Otherwise, just keep it on the hip. So like this. And we're gonna tilt the head away from that shoulder. And then breathe. Good. And then tilt the chin a little bit down. But you're still looking sort of sideways or diagonally out. Good, and then back to center, and let's switch arms. Fold the left arm behind you, and tilt the right ear towards your right shoulder. And then a little bit down, chin towards the chest. Good, and then slowly release. Great. Okay, so where did my strap go? Oh, there. Let's use that loop around our feet. You see my feet? So, we're gonna work the outer hips, but you're also gonna feel the core muscles, this whole area getting active as you try to jump the feet apart and then back in, and apart and back in. So feel your core engaging as you lift your feet off the floor. If you don't have a strap, you can make a loop on the long one, or just do it without a strap. It's fine too. Good. Let's do 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. And then stay here with your feet apart. And then we're gonna hinge forward at the hips. And then press into cobra, so halfway up. So chest sort of curls up, shoulders back. And then exhale, release. And inhale, cobra. And exhale, release. A few more times. Halfway up. And back. And projecting your heart forward, shoulders back, long neck. Hold here for a bit, or core engaged too, to support your back. Good. And release all the way down. my legs. So we're gonna straighten the legs forward. And we're gonna do the same. So this time it's gonna feel a little different, maybe even a little harder as your legs are straight. And the core is engaged, so because if you don't engage the core, you're gonna like go all the way back, lean back too much. And so try not to do that. I mean, there's a little bit of a lean, but oops. Try to think about lengthening up even as you do this hard work. Good. Let's do 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. Awesome. And then let's step out. So maybe even bigger step than when we were doing both feet. Just so you feel a little bit of resistance and you're working that lateral hip. And you know, when we're using the loops, if you own a set of loops, for the legs, you can always go a little higher because your legs are stronger than your arms. And you want to feel the resistance. All right. Nice work. And then back to center. And now we're gonna come up a few times and down and up and down. Oh, did you lose us, Martha? It's okay. You can tell me after. Hopefully you can see. And up and down. And when you're sitting back down, it's that hip hinge, right, that we want. So we don't want to go flop down. We want to bring the hips back, core engaged, like this. So that way you're working the big muscles that are supposed to be strong and help us with walking and squatting and all these things. Important muscles. Good. Nice work. And one last time, and stay up and keep the strap, just don't fall. It's a little bit like walking with it is like penguin style. And so you'll probably feel it in your muscles after class, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's actually could be a good thing. So as long as it's not too painful, you might feel the muscles tired. So you can, of course, use the chair as a support. And so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, or try balancing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew, I feel it. Let's do some loops or circles with the hips. And reverse. gonna try stepping a little wider as much as you can. You know, my loop is pretty strong, so I can't do too much. You might be able to do more. So setting up for a triangle. So you'll feel that resistance. So the right foot pointing out and left foot slightly turned in. Okay. And then arms out to the side. And we're going to inhale, reach up, fingers together if you can. Exhale, arms to the side, and side bend. And inhale, and then reverse it. So stretching the right side, and back to triangle, back to this position, and then down. So let's do that a few more times. So inhale, exhale, triangle pose, inhale, back up, reverse, and back to center, and arms down. Let's do one more. Inhale all the way up, side bend, back to triangle, and reverse, and back here. And then bend the front knee. And we're just gonna hold here, and we're gonna do the following with the arms. So we're gonna cross, reaching for the opposite shoulder, and then open, palms facing forward. You're stretching this whole area. And then exhale, change the cross, and open, and cross, and open. Keep that knee bend and aligned with the foot. Good. Last time. And then side angle pose. Hold it for a while, either on your forearm or your hand, or using the chair. Whew, I got a little cramp, which can happen. So, you know, if that happens, come out of it and breathe. And then come out. Good. And then relax the legs for a bit. You could, of course, drop the band if that doesn't feel good, but it's a like a new sensory experience for the pose, because you feel more. You have that more tactile feedback in your legs. So let's flip the feet. And then let's do the flow like we did on the other side. So, you still remember? Who remembers? That's right. Inhale up. Exhale. Side bend. Back to center. And reverse. And back to center. And arms down. So let's do two more. And so you could try doing it on your own, or maybe even with closed eyes, if it's fine for your balance. So don't do anything too crazy. Reversing. And arms down. And then one more time. Inhale. Arms out to the side. triangle pose. And reverse. And release. Good. And then bend that knee. And then we're gonna do the arms out to the side, palms forward, and then cross, reach for the opposite shoulder, and open, and cross. Nice deep breath. A soft breath, not too forceful. Good, and then let's do the side angle pose. So either the hand, or you could even use the chair. And then really lift through the fingertips to really stretch the underside of the arm and the ribs. And then back up. Yeah, let's get rid of the strap for a while. Now we're free. All right. So let's try to balance on one leg. So let's shift the weight into the left leg. And then we're gonna try to bring the foot up. Alternatively, you can keep the toes touching the floor, but weight bearing still in the left foot. And then maybe arms out to the side. And see if you can, and you could totally hold on. Try to, if you've been doing it with like death grip, then try to maybe lighten it a little bit. So just every day a little bit more challenge. And breathe. Beautiful, and release. Take a couple of breaths. And then let's do the other side. So right leg is weight bearing, and then knee up, toes down or up, and arms to the side, or one hand on the chair. Fix your gaze on something that doesn't move. It's called the drishti, the focused gaze, and that helps with balance somewhat. And notice what your toes are doing. Sometimes we grip with the toes too much, so try not to grip. Distribute the weight evenly throughout the foot. And release. Beautiful. Alright, again, let's take a few breaths. Let's do hands on the hips, and then you're gonna bring the elbows forward and back, and forward, and squeeze them back. So here, when you go forward, you can see that the shoulders are bending over, and then here, shoulders back. Let's take the chair for some, let's do a few sun salutations. You haven't done that in a while. So inhaling, arms up. Maybe a little back bend, so lifting your chest and expanding up. And then exhale, bend forward, hinging at the hips. You can use the chair. We're gonna go halfway up, forming a table with our back. And then let's step back with the right foot into a lunge. And then let's step both feet back into down dog. And then push your hips forward into plank. And then back to down dog. And then right foot forward this time. Lunge on the other side. And then step forward. And go all the way up. Again, arms up and overhead. And then hands to your heart. So let's do a few more. And then we can add in the lunge. You can stay there. You can stay here. Or you could try, if you want to practice your balance, you could try lifting up. So my back heel is up. Here, it's harder to balance here, but it's good practice. All right. So, mountain pose. Inhale up. A little back bend maybe, but tall, tall, tall. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Elongate through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, let's step the left leg back now to a lunge. And then either stay here, just taking another breath, or inhale, rise up. And exhale down. Step back into down dog. And push forward into plank. Core strongly engaging. Nice long arms, straight arms. And then back to down dog. And step your left foot forward. Lunge on the other side. And then either stay here, but lift your chest. Or lift all the way up. And exhale down. And then step forward. And rise up. Arms overhead. And hands into your heart. Good, let's do again. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward, fold forward. Inhale, halfway up. Elongating through the crown of the head. And then step your right foot back into lunge. Either stay here, just up and forward, or lift, arms up, high lunge. And exhale down, step back into down dog. And push forward into plank. And back to down dog. And right foot forward. Lunge. Rise up. And exhale down. And step both feet together. And lift up. Arms overhead. And hands to your heart. Awesome. Great. Okay, let's bring the hands on the chair again. We're gonna lift the left leg back and bend the knee and flex the foot, so you're sort of putting your footprint up on the ceiling. And then we're gonna do these slow and small movements up towards the ceiling, push up. Feel it in your glutes and hamstrings. Up and down. Great, and release. And take a little break before you switch to the other side. And when you're ready, you can do the other side. So again, lift the whole foot up towards the ceiling, contracting the glute, and release. And push up. Core engaged to provide that stability here. Nice. One more. And release. Let's take a down dog. Stay there for a few breaths. You can bend and straighten both knees. Great. Okay. So let's see. Let's keep the loop, and we're gonna come down onto our back. We're gonna work with the loop around your. Actually, let's first put it around your wrists, but still lying down. So the loop is around your wrists, and then we're gonna, you can keep the knees bent, and you can slightly extend the strap to activate the arms, and then slowly bring the arms up and overhead, only if it doesn't hurt, and then exhale, bring those arms back down. And inhale. You could do this without the loop as well. Just do it slowly. And with the breath. Good. And then keep the arms pointing up towards the ceiling. And then we're gonna straighten one leg up towards the ceiling. And down. And alternating sides, pushing through that heel. Straightening the knees. Relax the arms for a bit, and we're gonna put the loop around our feet or ankles. So once you have it around your ankles or slightly above the ankles, we're gonna again do what we did in the chair. So bring the feet apart and back together, and just focus on what it does to your abdominal muscles. You're gonna have to really engage. So jump your feet apart and then jump them back together. Don't let the low back arch away from the floor too much. Nice. Okay, so now let's try this. You're gonna, so the loop is around one of my ankles, and then I'm putting it around one of the feet, so you can push like this. So let's do one leg a few times. So you're straightening the leg against that strap, and the strap is hooked around your other ankle. Straighten a few times. I hope you're not all pretzeled and bound by the strap by now. Good, and then keep it straight and press, press, press. And then you can try to extend that strap down with your other foot. So pulling the strap apart and hold there. Nice, and release. Take a little break. You probably feel it in your quad, in your thigh muscle. So we'll switch legs. So hook it around, I had it around my right foot, so now I'm gonna put it around the left arch. And again, pushing up and down, straightening that knee. The other leg is bent. And if your loop is larger or longer, you might have to keep this leg a little lower so you really get that nice resistance. So adjust according to the length of your loop. Good, and then hold, and then again, so the straight leg presses up and this leg presses down, so you're expanding the strap, keeping the quad engaged, core engaged as well. And release. Rest your feet flat on the floor for a bit. We're going to do one more thing here, bridge pose. So keep your feet maybe a little wider than hip distance apart right now, so you feel that resistance. And then you can point your fingers up towards the ceiling, pressing down through your upper arms, and then lifting up on the inhale, looking straight up at the ceiling, and then exhale down, and up, and down. And notice if it feels any different than when you're doing it without the loop. The loop, I think, gives us a little more proprioceptive feedback. So proprioception is the sense of where your body is in space. position, squeezing the glutes, breathing and elongating through the knees, so stretching the knees away from your upper body. Good, and release. And then bring your knees in and rock side to side. Good, and then you can let go of the strap, release the strap. And let's, since we work today on the outer hips, let's stretch them. So figure four stretch, ankle on top of your thigh, and either stay here, just opening that knee away from your waist, or bring your both feet closer, hold around your thigh. And then breathe. Good, and then switch sides. Good. And then we're going to take a twist, and you have two options. Either do regular twist where your knees are bent and you're going to one side, or you could try crossing the legs and then going to one side and then the other. It feels a little different, but it might be a little bit deeper or harder to control. So if you have any back issues, you can definitely go back to the basic twist. And then keep the legs as they are, just move the knees towards the other side. So you're gonna feel a stretch more in the upper part of your hip, and probably in the quadratus lumborum too, at the back. Good, and then back to center, and then let's switch the cross if you've been doing the cross. And then again, do both sides. Just be curious about any sensations in your body. When you feel a lot of tension somewhere, send your awareness and your breath in there. Yeah, switch sides. So go to the other side with the knees. Shavasana. So making sure you're comfortable. So you might hear some other sounds in the background. My son is having a guitar lesson, so I apologize for that. They're outside, but you can still hear it a little bit. So I played around with the settings. So it might be louder than normally. So if it's too loud, let me know. Okay. So settling in. Oh, settling in. Yoga is a lifeline. Yoga is a lifeline, a practice joining body, heart, and mind to the invisible grace and energy of the divine. Aligned with that vast truth, we can do whatever life calls on us to do. Filled to overflowing with wisdom, love, and reminders of the infinite goodness from which our soul self springs. The intention and focus we bring to the practice is paid back 1,000-fold, and the unmasking of our soul's own beauty. So activate your senses, maybe feel any sensations on your skin. Obviously, focusing on the sound of the drum. And maybe any lights or patterns you see behind your eyelids if your eyes are closed. Take a nice long deep breath. And feel the floor pressing into your body. And slowly start moving your toes and fingers. And then when you're ready, you can maybe take a stretch and slowly roll over to your side. And find your way to sitting. Alright, so let's close the class with one Om. Feel free to join. So inhaling. Then hands to your forehead as a reminder of the power of your thoughts. Hands to your lips as a reminder of the power of your words. Hands to your heart as a reminder of the power of your actions. May our thoughts and words and actions contribute to happiness and freedom for all. Namaste.